A Group A matchup. Euroleague Week 6 of the regular season. Olympiacos in red at home at Peace and Friendship Stadium in Piraeus, Greece. And we are underway versus Air Avelino. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich. Olympiacos 4-1 on top of Group A. Air Avelino at 2-3. Right now in fourth place. They would need to hold on to that to make it to the next round. Vucic going down low for Barousis, and that ball was goaltended by Tamar Slay. So count the hoop for Barousis, who's off to a great start in EuroLeague action, Gail.
Well, he really is. He's a great rebounder, but we saw there's a ability to get at the low post position, got great positioning.
And there, high off glass, the miss from Travis Best. Gets it back and lays it in.
Well, Travis Best, of course, had played a number of years in the NBA. He's very quick, a good penetrator, just an outstanding offensive player. Quick, he can do a lot of things.
Barousis out away from the basket. The big man handling it, but not particularly well. Had that ball knocked away by Nikola Radulovic, but Radulovic will pick up the foul. His first on the team.
We're taking a look at there. He's reaching in with his hands. Nice call by the official. Just a little bit too aggressive. And actually not a very good foul because it's out there 40 feet away and really no threat to Barousis from that distance.
Teodosic gives to Lynn Greer. Great shooter. This time lobs inside for Barousis, who lays it in. He's got both of the hoops for Olympiacos so far.
Yeah, and Olympiacos, you can see right away, they're going right in at to Barousis. Avelino is just not very big inside. In fact, Williams is the biggest player at 6'9". Now, he's big and wide, but they really are undersized at that center position.
And the turnover, that was Tamar Slay trying to drop it down for Williams, but threw it out of bounds.
Slay, a little indecision that time. Didn't know really what to either shoot it or pass it, and as a result, got hung up in the air and did nothing.
Here's Josh Childress, the high-profile free agent coming over from the NBA, eschewing NBA offers to come over for a big and lucrative deal for Olympiacos. And it may portend a trend for a certain level of player in the NBA.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Mark. He got a very big contract, and, he's just an outstanding athlete. He's very versatile. 6'8", can play the forward position, play the guard, even the point guard position. He's very skilled, as I said. Had a big weekend in the Greek league, got 24 points. This is actually season high for Olympiacos.
Vucic pulled off the Williams miss, so Olympiacos looking to add to their 2-point advantage. Vucic, the very skilled big man, throws down low for Childress, and Childress is fouled by Tamar Slay. Battle of guys who spent some time in the NBA.
Well, again, you look at what very early on here, there's the lob pass. They're going in down low, trying to really create the offense from the inside position, and they're getting good high percentage shots. Childress got fouled on that play, but Childress he's just a good solid player.
A collegiate star at Stanford, the number 6 overall pick of the 2004 NBA draft. Childress played 4 seasons in the NBA where he averaged about 11 points and 5.5 rebounds a game, 52% shooter. Not a star in the NBA, but a very good player.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Interesting, 5.5 rebounds with Atlanta there, coming off the bench. He's thin, he's lanky. At 6'8", he rebounds very well. A very good defensive player.
Well, he got the extra free throw with a lane violation, but missed that as well. So Childress leaving one on the table, as Olympiacos still has the 3-point lead here. Just over 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Radulovic. Down low, this is Williams off the fake. Goes to the turnaround, and it drops in.
Looked like he got a little bit of a help there, a little bit of a walk. It wasn't called. But Williams, a very strong, powerful player, and will get most of his points in and around the low post position.
Vucic again trying to go inside for Barousis, and this time misfires and has the turnover. Vucic, of course, coming over from Maccabi, where he start for a couple of seasons. Had an injury plague season last year. Not quite as productive as we're used to, but one of the more skilled big men in Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, 5 times he's been all Euroleague, not named to either first or second team. So, but as you said, he was really out most of last year with injuries, but an exceptional passer for a big man.
She screens out front. Teodosic behind that screen misses the three-point attempt. Long outlet pass from Williams, and up ahead for Chris Warren, who leaked out to get the easy hoop.
Yeah, Warren, he's had a very, very good year thus far, averaging 19 points a game, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. So he's been the offensive force for Avelino this season.
First lead for Air Avelino. Here's Barusis down low, working against Radulovic. Got down for good position, going for that jump hook. Can't get the roll to rebound to Slay. Travis Best, longtime NBA veteran, leading the break. Radulovic trouble with the handle and then is bumped by Barusis, who'll pick up his first foul.
Well, Avelino will try to get the ball out and run in transition, and there's the foul right there. Barusis just late there and getting his feet in position. And then we see Warren, who scored on the last time down when he left early.
And Radulovic adding to the Air Avelino advantage now with the 3. So a 4-point lead and a 7-0 run for the team from Italy. Lynn Greer, fantastic shooter, and the lefty drills it.
Yeah, well, he, of course, led the EuroLeague in shooting or in scoring one year, a few years back, but he is a very good outside shooter. He's a point guard who can score, and you don't see that too often. He's really an outstanding offensive player.
Radulovic with a fine work on the offensive glass could not convert. So now Olympiacos a chance to pull back even again. Little pull-up jumper. Greer hits it and fouled from behind. A chance for a three-point play in the lead.
Yeah, we see there a good opportunity to look at his quickness and his talent, the ability to go one-on-one and to penetrate to the basket and to pull up for the jumper that time. But, you know, Olympiacos, we take a look at it pulling up and gets bumped from behind. Olympiacos, they are very, very deep at the guard position. They've got Greer right now and Teodosic at the guard position. They're in there right now, but they'll come in with Papaloukas and Halpern here pretty soon. Another two all-Euro players, so they are really strong at the guard position.
Yep, they turned their roster over by getting rid of 10 players and bringing in a whole bunch more and adding some great talents with that. Radulovic forcing it inside, stolen away by Barusis. Teodosic hits it up ahead for Greer. Back to Teodosic, thought about the 3. Olympiacos with a 1-point lead. Greer behind the back for Barusis. Now it's Teodosic in rhythm. Can't get the roll on the 3. Childress the offensive rebound. He had his shot blocked. Olympiacos will continue with the basketball. 16 on the shot clock. Greer on the drive. Looking for Childress down low, who lays it in. Olympiacos with the 3-point advantage and a timeout on the floor. Well, we've got a couple of dueling 7-0 runs. First, Air Avelino was able to take a 4-point lead with a 7-0 run, and now Olympiacos answering with a 7-0 run of their own, prompting an Air Avelino timeout. A 12-9 lead for the Reds of Olympiacos at home in Piraeus, Greece, just outside of Athens. This is Travis Best working in the lane and lays it in.
That's as good as it gets. Really a great drive, and really went through 2 or 3 defensive players to get to the hoop. Got all the way there. Just an exceptional offensive move by Travis Best.
A couple of good left-handed scoring point guards going head-to-head today. And Lynn Greer, Travis Best. Here is Greer. Off-balance shot won't go in the lane.
Olympiacos, so they're getting good shots, and they didn't call an offensive foul.
And Childress scoops up the loose ball and steps right by the defender's Slay for the reverse lay-in.
But Childress being very optimistic, opportunist that time, picked up the loose ball. I thought it was an offensive foul, but
no call, and they just let it play out. Greer will come to the bench for the first time.
There we're going to see the drive, the little scoop shot, the body control by Best, and then Childress comes right back and sidesteps the defender, going right to the basket and takes it to the rim.
Gail, you mentioned Yotam Halprin as a man that Olympiacos added, also from Maccabi, as was his teammate Vucic. Halprin now on the floor, wearing number 10 in red. Also going to their bench, Avelino bringing in Antonio Porta, number 6 in white. Warren with the tough jumper from deep. That ties it with a 3.
Yeah, Warren, again, he's an athletic player. He can shoot the ball from the outside. He's really exceptional going to the basket. Only a 6'5", but just an outstanding player, and really has been the offensive player for, as I said earlier, Avelino this year.
Oh, there's some of the good defense you mentioned of Childress. He missed the 3 at one end, but clearly bothered the transition shot at the other end. Here is Teodosic working to the baseline. Sets up Vucic. Little jump hook in the lane. His first basket.
Yeah, nice two-man game here. And I really like the way Olympiacos is moving the ball, sharing the ball with their teammates. And then we saw the nice defensive play there by Teodosic, causing the turnover. And here comes the man,
Theo Papaloukas. Also the first appearance by Zoran Erceg, who has just come into the game on this deep and talented Olympiacos roster.
Yeah, they really are. They've got a lot of extremely talented players and versatility here. Not a good shot that time by Vucic.
Eric Williams got the hand in there to bother him that time. Still a 2-point lead for Olympiacos. The drive in and the foul. Antonio Porta, remember the Argentine national team, just into the lineup.
We're going to take another look at it. There's the reach in.
Looks like they'll get Erceg with his first foul, 3rd on the team. Also into the lineup, Andrea Crosario, wearing number 11 in white. It's also joined in the lineup by Marco Tusek, number 17 for Air Avelino.
Shortsan Itas also comes into the lineup.
Can't forget him.
No, we will not miss him either. He is big. He takes up a lot of space in there.
Step back jumper won't go, and the first rebound is Shortsan Itas.
Baby Shaq.
Baby Shaq. Not quite as tall, but weighs as much.
Yeah, he was hurt most of last year. Played in some Greek games in the Greek League last year, but really sat out all of the Euroleague last year.
Here's his first touch down on the block, going strong and puts it in over Crosario.
Yeah, there's really a mismatch there over Crosario. We're going to see. Look at the low post position. Uses his strength, his body to protect the ball, and just shoots right over Crosario.
Already down to 10 on the shot clock. Olympiacos with the 4-point advantage. Matches their largest of the game. Here's Tusek, his first touch in the lane. Lost it on the way to the basket, and it'll go over to Olympiacos.
Yeah, I like the defensive play that time. Real nice, forcing the turnover. Here's Papaloukas. He's going to run the point. 6'7", got great vision, great ball handler, great leadership.
And, of course, a member of the Greek national team who has played some of his career in Greece, coming back home for Olympiacos, and stepping on the baseline was Halprin for the turnover.
Yeah,
no basket.
Yeah, Avelino was very fortunate at that time, and we see here it's a nice pass, beautiful. But watch Childress come into the paint area all by himself. That's the second time that Childress has moved to the open spot and no defensive player around.
Nice look inside. Warren finds Slay for the lay-in.
Yeah, great pass that time.
2-point game. Papaloukas running the show from out front. Gets it back from Halprin. That is a couple of big and skilled and experienced guys in your backcourt. That time, Papaloukas could not hook up with Halprin.
Yeah, well, both players were named to All-Euro last year. Halprin can play both the point and the 2 positions. So that gives him a lot of versatility. The pass was just a little bit too far, but we saw Halprin going without the basketball. and getting open. A very clever player, a very smart player. Johan is.
More pressure off the inbound here from Olympiacos. They've already forced 2 turnovers in the backcourt here in the first quarter. Now 40 seconds to go in the quarter. They're showing pressure again.
Well, Olympiacos believes that everything starts from the defensive end. They're a very good rebounding team, but you get good rebounds because you put pressure on the ball and on the offense and force them into some difficult shots. Creates a lot of rebounds. And Olympiacos is actually second in Euroleague in rebounding. We see, I think, a turnover there.
Palming violation on Porta.
We're starting to see that called more and more.
Yes, a couple times a game in these EuroLeague ball games. Here's Papaloukas. Gives to Shortchinidis.
Yeah, and they're going to trying to post up Papaloukas.
Shot clock at 8, game clock at 13 of the quarter. There's Papaloukas on the baseline and hits the little jumper. Still time for Avelino to answer here in the final seconds, but a nice defensive play by Halpern, but he couldn't keep it in bounds, so still a second and a half or so for Air Avelino to deal with.
Yeah, Olympiacos doing a nice job on the defensive end, putting pressure, making Avelino, if nothing else, run the shot clock down.
Slay inbounds. Tusek, the fadeaway left-hand 3 will fall short at the buzzer of the first quarter. So Olympiacos with the lead at home over Air Avelino, 20-16, heading for the second quarter. Well, a strong start for Olympiacos, the Group A leader at 4-1 against Air Avelino from Italy at 2-3 in Group A. A 4-point lead for Olympiacos. The Reds playing at home in Piraeus, Greece. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich as we have a foul away from the ball. Marco Tusek. Illegal screen, it appeared. His first.
Well, Olympiacos, Mark, you know, we're going to take here. Look here. Oh, there's the foul right there. He just moves entirely and gets Papaloukas. But Olympiacos, you know, made the quarters the last 3 years. They've gone out over the summer and really improved their ball club and brought in a lot of really talented players. So they're looking to get to Berlin this year in that Final Four.
And if they can get some more help from this guy here, Sophocles Shortchinidis, with a power move inside. He's got 2 quick hoops since he's entered the game.
Well, he's getting great position, and like I said, it's really a mismatch with Casario trying to guard him, and especially guarding him from behind. He's got to get in front and front Baby Shaq, or otherwise this is going to be a big night for Shortchinidis.
Drake Diener, number 21 in white, is in for the first time for Air Avelino as the 3-point play is completed by Shortchinidis, adding to that Olympiacos lead. Now 7, largest of the game for either club. A little seesaw affair in the early going. Now Olympiacos looking to take control. Here's Diener off the top. Looking across for Tusek. The lefty lets the 3 fly. It won't go. Rebounded Diener.
Best will set it up, try to run something, get another high percentage shot.
Here's Best into the lane and a reach-in foul from behind. It'll go against Jotam Halpern. His first.
We're going to see Best here. Clearly a path to the basket. The reach-in by Halpern.
1 minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Warren. Pull up 3 from the wing. Drake Diener's got a couple of offensive rebounds since coming into the game, keeping this possession alive.
Yeah, Avelino doing a great job on the offensive board to get now second. That's the
Tusek can't hit, and a rebound away to Shortchinidis, who's running the floor pretty well. Going right down where he likes it, down on that low block.
Olympiacos being very patient with their offense.
Panagiotis Vasilopoulos had it in the corner. Gives it on top. Irsay can't hit. Offensive rebound and a putback. Shortchinidis has dominated down low since coming off the bench. He's got 7.
Yeah, he really is. You know, using his big wide body, getting good position. And it's just, like you said, he's just dominating the game right now from that low block position.
Inside Williams, there was a switch, and Williams took advantage and slammed it home.
Yeah, defensive breakdown that time by Olympiacos. One of the few we've seen so far in this ball game.
And that stops a 7-0 run. Second time Olympiacos has had one. Again, they go to Schwarzenegger's. No basket. The foul happening before. This time, Eric Williams was the one who couldn't handle him down low.
Yeah, and he just continues to get great position. You cannot, guard him from behind. You've got to fight around and get in front. Now, I know it's hard because he's such a wide body, and, it takes up a lot of space there.
Off the steal, Avelino. No numbers. Great defense by Vasilopoulos as he forced Warren to take it back out.
Yeah, he really, they recovered very well. Then the screen and roll, and then the easy dunk, the great pass.
Eric Williams.
There we see another look. The good finish by Williams, and just a really nice pass by Slay.
Papaloukas on the drive. Knocked away by Williams. Papaloukas wants a foul. And pleading his case to the official to no avail at this point.
And I think he might have a little case for it, too. We're going to take a look. There's the bump right there on the way up. Williams got the ball, but after the bump right there, that's definitely a foul.
And we'll have another turnover. Avelino with some problems handling the basketball against pressure so far. You see the way this one turns out. And it will be Avelino ball there. 8 turnovers. Just over a quarter of play. That is a big number.
It is a very big number, and it's something that they're really going to have to find some answers to, make some corrections, because you're not going to win with that many turnovers.
Travis Best. Pretty good ball movement for Avelino here. Drake Diener lines up a 3, and a foul in the rebounding action, and it's going to stay right. Or it looked like they were going to get Urseg, and apparently they have.
We're going to take a look. There's a little push right there. Boy, there's a little bit of the left arm, but I don't think as much. That's something that I think you let go.
Yeah, could probably call that on every rebound. No, we wouldn't want to see that.
No.
Second foul on Urseg. Another drive for Best, who lays it in. And look out, Avelino on a bit of a run here.
Really nice little second hesitation and explosion there. The quickness getting to the basket. Best doing just a very, very good job and using his quickness, getting all the way to the hoop.
Played for Bologna last year. First year with Avelino as Halprin hits the long one.
We're going to take another look. He comes off a screen, fades to the corner, gets himself set, and just knocks down a nice little outside perimeter shot, something he does very, very well.
6-point game. Shot clock already down to 7. About 4 minutes gone in the second. Here's Best. Shot clock at 2. He knows it, tries to draw the foul, throws it up, hits no rim. And here we go with Olympiacos on the move. Vasilopoulos, but the road was cleared by the wide body of Schwarzenegger.
Oh, it sure was. Look at that pick there. He just shielded the defender away from the driver or Vasilidas, and went right to the basket on the transition game.
Oh, what an impact Schwarzenegger has had as we look over at the scorers table for Avelino. Daniele Cinturini getting ready to come in. We look at that last drive by Warren and the bump from Papaloukas. Urseg will go to the bench for Olympiacos. Now Teodosic back in along with Greer. Schwarzenegger will get a break after a very productive few minutes, end first and early second quarter.
Yeah, Olympiacos continues just to bring in really good, solid, talented players. They're very, very deep. And I think particularly at the guard position. But they just have a lot of talent and a lot of depth.
That they do. Here's Best. Sets up Williams. Popped it out to Tusick. 11 on the shot clock. Diener. Cinciarini. And now the rebound for Barusis. Halfway through the second quarter. Greer working against Best. Nice matchup there. Barusis hits a three. Well, he can shoot it.
Yeah, he has become a very, very good scorer and outside shooter.
Olympiacos now up double digits in the second. And welcome back to Euroleague regular season action. Week 6, Olympiacos with their largest lead of the game, hosting Air Avelino. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich. A 33-22 advantage just beyond the halfway point of the second quarter.
And look at the pressure that Olympiacos is putting on Avelino. They are forcing him completely out of any kind of offensive movement or offensive set that they want to do.
Tough little drive won't go for Diener, and another empty trip for Air Avelino. Looking down low for Printizis, who has just come into the game. Here's another guy we can't forget about. He's a talented player on this Olympiacos team, just getting into the game.
Yeah, at 23 years old. Of course, he was drafted by the San Antonio Spurs back in the 07 draft. At 6'9", he's a player that's got a lot of athleticism, and size. I mean, you watch him. He's at 6'9". He moves very, very well with the basketball, and just again, like you said, another talented player they come off the bench with.
And Teodosic buries the three-pointer in rhythm. The lead grows.
Teodosic, another fine young player at 21. He is a solid player. We saw him last year get a little bit of experience, and he's really developed and is improving very rapidly this year.
A 14-point advantage is the largest of the game. Slay misses the deep one. Offensive rebound, Tusek trying to muscle it up inside, and he's fouled.
Yeah, he does a nice job on the offensive boards, really aggressive, going after the ball. You like to see that if you're a coach.
And here comes Childress back into the game. 5 points and 2 rebounds.
Going to take a look there. Tusek just going right straight back up after getting the offensive rebounding. Getting the foul.
First foul on Printizis and the fourth on Olympiacos in the quarter. So they'll be quickly heading for the penalty. Chris Warren coming back in for Air Avelino. 4 assists to go along with 5 points in the game. He replaces Travis Best, who will get a break. Free throw shooting numbers, not a lot to go on there. 13-point advantage.
Yeah, well, Avelino is just not getting to the line. They are not getting anything in terms of going to the basket.
Down from on top. Foul before the shot on Lynn Greer, but already penalty situation.
There's the saves it.
So it will result in free throws. Actually, they got Barusis with the foul, his second. Looked like Greer was owning up to it, but Barusis officially the call, and a friendly roll for Chris Warren. Give him 6 points on the game so far. He has been around, has Chris Warren. Played his college ball in South Carolina for a couple of years. Actually a member of the Panama national team. Has played in Mexico, Portugal, Serbia, Chile, Croatia, and now Italy. Past 2 seasons with Cibona. Nice move to the baseline. Childress ran into some help. Finds Teodosic on top. That three won't go. And tipped ahead by Slay to try to keep it alive, but it will go back over to Olympiacos with the 11-point advantage.
Olympiacos doing a nice job of penetrating, and then the kick out, a wide open shot. It doesn't go, but a good shot. Then we see there the slap up to the offensive end by Slay, just too far, couldn't run it down.
Little pressure off the inbound shown by Air Avelino, but token, they will back it off here. 2:40 to go in the half. Greer off the Borussia screen. It's switched. Childress over on the far wing.
Avelino in a 2-3 zone right now.
Down low, Borussia with great position, puts it in between two defenders.
Yeah, time and time again, we see that the Olympiacos, just the big men, are just getting great position on the low block, and the defense for Avelino has really got to pick up. They've got to make some stops there. They're getting too many high percentage, easy shots in close to the basket.
Drake Diener got free for the three. Won't go. Borussia, big battle, but wins it for the rebound. Childress showing the skills to bring it up. Now Olympiacos to set up. Greer pounding it out front. Teodosic now under 2 minutes to go in the half. Shot clock already down to 7.
I like the patience that Olympiacos is showing here.
Teodosic missed on the three. Printizis kept it alive, and Greer saved it in. A fresh shot clock with a 13-point lead as the clock ticks down towards a minute and a half to go in the second. Teodosic. Borussia's high post. Down low, Printizis. Oh, he missed the easy one inside. And up ahead, Warren missed the dunk. May have been partially blocked, but you got to make that.
You definitely got to make those shots.
Printizis working in the lane. Forces it up. Won't go down. Warren saves it in for Slay. 1 minute to go in the half. Slay goes behind his back. Can't bank it home. Warren trouble with the handle. And last touched by Slay on the baseline. So after that wild sequence, 51.8 seconds to go in the half. Olympiacos ball.
No, he just misses the dunk. That he's got to put that down.
Absolutely. Good look at it.
Yeah, very good look at it. No block. Avelino right now having trouble really making some shots. And they're getting some pretty good ones, too.
Borussia swings it and screens. Rising up for three. Lynn Greer buries it for a 16-point lead, largest of the game.
Well, we're seeing Greer just take the ball and just spot up and just catch and shoot. And Olympiacos they shoot the threes very well. It's a very good shooting team, so you got to get out on them.
Drake Diener, his third offensive rebound of the quarter, but a missed shot inside by Cinciarini. Then the ball was pinned between the rim and the backboard for a held ball situation.
And Coach
possession arrow to Olympiacos.
Yeah, Coach Makowski is just really beside himself here. That ball just went down, and then Borussia touches it, but you can do that in international play. And
just pinned it to the board.
Yep.
10 seconds to go in the half. Here comes Greer. 5 seconds. Borussia from deep. And the tip back will fall away. So the end of the first half. Olympiacos with a 41-25 advantage at home over Air Avelino. Ready to start the third quarter. Olympiacos versus Air Avelino. Mark Brown along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich. And trouble getting it inbounds for Air Avelino as they begin with a 16-point deficit.
Well, time and time again, we see Olympiacos putting on full court pressure and really forcing Avelino out of any kind they want to do offensively. I mean, here we see, again, the pickup and the help defensively. Everybody is very, very aggressive from the defensive end.
Another empty trip for Air Avelino at a very rough second quarter where they scored only 9 points.
Well, Olympiacos shooting the ball much better than Avelino in this. So we're going to see others that travel that time. I don't know about that one. Can't agree with the official on that one.
Half minute gone and no score here in the third quarter. Travis Best took the bump out front, no whistle. Shot will not go. And a rebound last touched by Air Avelino in Nikola Radulovic.
Yeah, well, Olympiacos, I was saying, really is shooting the ball much better, have 5 more two-point field goals than Avelino at halftime. They're passing the ball. I like their movement. They got 11 assists to 5. and they're just really dominating the game. They've went in early, low post, and established a low post position, and they just are being very, very patient, running their offense, and really overpowering Avelino.
Vucic operating in the lane as he picked up the foul. Eric Williams.
So we're going to see here a little bit of the arm. Don't see too much. Officials are calling it close today.
Second foul on Williams. Teodosic, pull-up won't go. Great follow-up, though, by Zoran Erceg for his first basket.
Well, that was a great offensive rebound and put back, all in one motion.
So Olympiacos striking first. A 16-point lead at halftime was the largest of the game as they slowly grew it after a back-and-forth affair in the first quarter. Warren lost it on the drive. Another turnover for Air Avelino.
Yeah, Avelino, they're just having difficulty hanging on to the basketball, and the turnovers are just good. They're just really going to hurt you. That's number 9 on the game.
Teodosic kicks it out for Erceg. Can't hit the three. Vucic battling it inside. And apparently stepped on the baseline with the ball. So it'll go back over to Air Avelino.
And Vucic doing a nice job on the offensive boards, really aggressive. You know, he only needs 20 points to reach that 2,000-point plateau in Euroleague. And I think there's only like 3 or 4 players that have done that in the history of the league.
Pull up 3 won't go for Warren. Big rebound for Erceg.
Backing down one-on-one.
There he is. Hasn't had a big impact on this game, but you can see the skills of Nikola Vucic. This time he draws the foul on Eric Williams, who now has 3.
Well, he does a nice job of the isolation. They clear the side of the floor there. Just takes and turns the reach in by Williams, overpowering Williams. Vucic doesn't seem as quick as he was a couple of years ago when we watched him play, Mark, but he still has all the skills. Very experienced player, of course, and his numbers were down last year. As most of the year he was out with an injury, but he's certainly one of the best bigs in all of Europe.
And shows that shooting touch there with the free throw. Giannis Barousis, meanwhile, gets a break as the lead goes to 25. Another miss from Air Avelino. And big numbers now for Olympiacos in transition. And that is Teodosic, who took the cross-court delivery from Papaloukas and drilled the 3.
Well, Olympiacos just out and running, had numbers that time. Now they come back with, the full court pressure. Avelino is just out of sync on the offensive end. And, of course, they're not shooting the ball very good from the 3 position, but they did a nice job on the screen and roll that time.
Maybe their best possession right there as a dunk by Williams off the feed from Travis Best. And the first points of the third quarter. Took him almost 3 minutes to get it.
But if you look here...
Look at this lob for Childress. Is there any doubt who laid that one up there? It was Theo Papaloukas, averages 5 assists off the bench.
Yeah, really a beautiful pass. And Childress, again, going without the basketball. He shows a great ability to his jumping ability there and the body control. But if you look what Olympiacos is doing offensively, you sit there and you say, geez, there's no defensive pressure whatsoever. They pass here, they go here, they do whatever they want on the offensive end, and they're just really right now overpowering Avelino.
14-2 run over the last just over 5.5 minutes, stretching back into the second quarter. Papaloukas just walks it in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a screen and roll. No one steps out. He goes right to the basket.
A 25-point advantage for Olympiacos. Euroleague basketball on ESPN. Olympiacos and Air Avelino. It has been all Olympiacos as they have dominated and holding Air Avelino to just 31% shooting on the game. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich, a 52-27 lead for Olympiacos at home. The leader of Group A and looking very much like it today. And here off the miss, we have Papaloukas bringing it up, sets up Teodosic, misses. The follow is there for Childress, who lays it in.
We really see the great athleticism of Josh Childress there. The follow-up, the great putback, just wonderful body control. Did a nice job there. Is Olympiacos showing that their ability to get the ball out and get in transition, get an early offense.
Here's Chris Warren, almost lost it, but laid it in with the reverse. Still a 25-point game. Childress back the other way and fouled from behind by Tamar Slay.
Yeah, right now, Avelino is just not getting back on the defensive end, and Olympiacos taking advantage. They get the ball out quickly, get the ball to Childress, who is very athletic and on the wing, on the break, goes right to the hoop, draws the foul. Olympiacos right now is doing anything they want to do. They get the ball out in transition. They set up offensively in their set offense. They pass here, they cut here. Avelino putting no pressure whatsoever and seems to have lost a little bit of intensity and focus in this ball game. There is a lot of time left, and if they're going to get back into this ball game, they've got to step up and make some stops and also take some better high percentage shots. I think they're taking too many threes. They're not making them. They've got to try to go inside a little bit or at least get some penetration and get to the basket and get to the foul line.
Little trapping here from Olympiacos, and it forced the turnover as Travis Best threw it away.
Well, Avelino again seemed to be surprised by the trap and was very, very successful for Olympiacos, but just not take care of the basketball. Another turnover, and it's hurt him today.
56-29, 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Best up the sideline, right into the lane. Steps in and can't get it down over Vucic. Papaloukas all the way across. Childress in rhythm. Can't hit the three, and the rebounded Diener. Drake Diener bringing it up by himself halfway through the third quarter. Best splits defenders. Drops it off for Williams. Hangs and is fouled by Childress.
And that's what Avelino has got to do. They've got to penetrate, get into the paint area. The nice dish that time by Best. He gets the ball here to Williams, who's right under the basket, goes up strong, doesn't get the hoop, but gets the foul and will go to the foul line. But that's the kind of good high percentage shots. That's the kind of movement on the offensive end that I'd like to see Avelino do.
Williams missed the first free throw. 65% shooter on the Euroleague season. Getting to the line about 5 times a game. The big man from Wake Forest.
And now the real big man comes in.
Well, there's big and there's big. Shortsinitis in 7 points, 3 rebounds. In an incredible second quarter performance, mostly in this game.
You're talking about powerful athletes and strong. This is Baby Shaq, and he's 6'9". What do you think he weighs? I mean, it's got to be what, 3 what?
Well, I think it's open for debate. I've seen it officially listed at 330, and that's a good place to start.
But look at him get positioned there. Wow.
They double teamed him right away, forced him to give up the ball. 3 on the shot clock for Papaloukas. They're going to count it on the continuation. A chance for a 3-point play for Theo Papaloukas.
Well, he does a nice job. Great recognition here. He notices the defense is out of position. He goes in, he bumps, he draws a foul at 6'7". He gets the foul, goes to the line. Now the chance for the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. But Avelino, that time was in the 2-3 zone. It just was slow to react, and Papaloukas being very smart and wise, a veteran, and obviously extremely talented. Went right to the basket that took advantage of the air.
The miss on the free throw, but a 28-point advantage.
Yeah, it's all Olympiacos.
Largest lead of the game, and it's continuing to grow here in the third quarter. 4.5 to play in the third. And fouled inside, Eric Williams. He was fouled by Shortsinitis.
Here we see the nice screen and roll. We see the pass, and Again, they go into the basket, getting that good high percentage shot. Unfortunately, Williams, who is not a good free throw shooter, you mentioned only 65%. He hits that one. He's going to the line.
First foul on Schwarzenegger and the third on Olympiacos. Second is no good. Barousis couldn't control it. And it'll be another opportunity for Air Avelino. And they certainly need second chances.
Well, they get an opportunity. Let's see if they can take advantage of it now.
Here's Best out front. Here's the free throw shooting numbers. Neither team getting to the line a whole lot today. Here's Best on the pull-up. He loves that one. Won't go. Barousis does get this rebound.
And Papaloukas running a point. Wisely sets things up.
Oh, how about that pass inside for the layup plus the foul. Halpern will have a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, Halpern does very, very well going without the basketball. Makes himself very attractive, but just a sensational look by Papaloukas. You taking advantage of his size at 6'7" to look over the defense, to see the cutting Halpern underneath. And those two players, this is the first time of the first year that they've played together, and they're doing a nice job. And I think that these two players who play together, come off the bench, really going to add something. And we're going to see these two players really communicate with one another as we move on in this EuroLeague competition. Both very talented players. Both can complement each other.
Lead is up to 30 for the first time. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Warren on the baseline runs into a wall at Schwarzenegger, but somehow gets the shot down.
Yeah, Avelino now is starting to get some better high percentage shots. It may be a little bit too late. We're still in the third quarter, but they're down by 28. But at least the last 3 times down the court, they've gotten good high percentage shots going to the basket. But not with that kind of defense. That will not get them back into the game. That was just awful, awful defense. No one picks up Childress as he drives the lane, lays it off the glass for an easy layup.
Wow, it doesn't get any easier than that. They're shooting 68% inside the arc are the Reds of Olympiacos. They're not all that easy, but there have been far too many easy hoops. There the defense by Halpern as he knocked it away. And first look off the Olympiacos bench of Michalis Pelikanos. Getting his first action, Childress will go to the bench with 13 points.
Well, the defense for Avelino is just really non-existent right now, and it's really sort of hard to figure because, again, we're still only in the third quarter. I know they're down 30, but, this is a time when you have to really dig down deep and come up with a little bit of toughness and a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end.
So Eric Williams trying to get some points from the line. This was a back-and-forth affair throughout much of the first quarter. And in fact, a 20-16 lead for Olympiacos. But the second quarter was a real breakaway for Olympiacos, who led by 16 at the half. And as you can see here, it's pushing 30, and it has already been at the 30 mark on a couple of occasions.
Well, Avelino only got 9 points that second quarter, and just, were unable to really make any baskets again. But you got to credit Olympiacos with the really fine defensive pressure.
That's Barousis on top, just inside the arc. A long two to get it back to a 30-point game.
Barousis just started to play this game a few years ago, and at 7 feet, he's got real versatility, and we see him by going outside. I like his play. He's having a real nice ball game.
Long shot won't go for Marco Tusek, and a foul in the backcourt. This is Mike Nardi, who's just checked in. He's wearing the white headband there, Nardi.
And a foul, the reach there. An unnecessary foul. There's nothing to gain by that kind of foul. You miss a shot. Nardi, a guard at 6'1". Get back on defense.
Halpern at the line. This is Panagiotis Vasilopoulos with instructions from his namesake, Panagiotis Giannakis, who was a fine player in his own right, member of the Greek national team for years and years, and also coach of the Greek national team.
Well, Vasilopoulos is known for being a good shooter. Was really missed most of last year with a leg injury, and has bounced back this year and made a contribution coming off the bench to this Olympiacos team.
Catch and shoot from the wing, and that one goes down for Tamar Slay to get it back inside 30. But still, 29-point deficit facing Air Avelino now inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, and if Avelino is going to get back in this game, they're going to have to do it at the defensive end. They're starting to move the basketball a little better offensively, but defensively, here someone comes from the weak side and just gets into the lane.
Cal at the basket, a chance for three. That's Michaelis Pelikanos for his first hoop.
Yeah, Pelikanos comes from that, like I said, the weak side and just gets the ball right in the paint area, turns, gets the fakes, gets the defenders off his feet, and then puts it up and gets the foul. And that kind of defense is not going to get you back in the game. You cannot let players come from the weak side into the paint area and receive the ball from the strong side. It's just a no-no. And defensively, you're going to, if he gets that ball, you're beat right there when he receives the ball.
Tusek left alone in the corner. Can't hit the three. The shooting struggles continue. Pelikanos can't control the rebound, so Air Avelino will have another opportunity here.
We're going to take another look, and it's all red shirts up there for the ball. Pelikanos knocking it out of bounds. But they are starting to control the basketball boards, not only every aspect of this game, actually, but definitely the boards at this point.
Tusek got the offensive rebound. Tamar Slay hits his second three-pointer of the game. They both come here in these few moments here of the third quarter, but too little too late for this Air Avelino team. Right now, fourth place in Group A. The top four teams from each group will advance to the next round of Euroleague action after a 10-game regular season. So Air Avelino clearly had a cut line throughout much of this regular season and would figure to have some work to do holding off Maccabi Electra, who maybe have their sights set on that number 4 spot. This is Shortzianidis inside, and he's fouled again. If it's Williams, he's done. He had 4 before that possession.
Yeah, look at him. He just really backs Williams in. He's too big. He's too strong. Williams, an undersized center, and he really did not have too much of an opportunity once Baby Shaq gets the ball down low.
So he does foul out of the game with his 5th foul. Fouls out here in the third quarter as Shortzianidis will take his free throws. Barusis back to the bench for the Reds. Look how small the ball is in his hand. It's incredible.
What's incredible is you look at the size, and we talked about his weight, but at 6'9", he is very, very wide, and of course he weighs 320 plus or whatever, but he's only 23 years old. That's what's you look at his footwork and his ability to move at such size and just really learning the game as a young player at 23.
Air Avelino turning it over once again, but a big problem for them today against what at times has been a very good Olympiacos defense. Some of the problems of Avelino's own making here with 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. 10 on the shot clock. Greer in trouble, is able to get it to Vasilopoulos. Now with 5 on the shot clock, Vasilopoulos forces one up under pressure and hits.
Oh, that's the kind of shot, if you're Avelino, you want Olympiacos to take. Unfortunately, when things are going good for you, and they are going good for Olympiacos, everything goes in. That was a very difficult shot, and you got to say, okay, he earned that one.
Would say he did. Final 6 seconds of the quarter. Shortzianidis with the bump on the drive as Warren took it to the basket.
Well, Warren recognizing the switch there by Shortzianidis and then using his quickness and trying to penetrate to the basket, draws the foul. Good smart play by Warren.
And Warren missing. Warren with
take another look of the bump there.
Double-digit night for Warren in 19 points a game. Second best in Euroleague during this regular season so far, but he has struggled with his shooting percentages from three-point range, particularly on the evening. There's the drive by Greer. No basket as we come to the end of the third quarter. Olympiacos up big at home over Avelino. Fourth quarter underway. Olympiacos with a basketball and a 33-point lead over Air Avelino, their largest lead of the game at home in Piraeus, Greece. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich. as Air Avelino really having it put to them today. A good look from outside, and Greer does what he does best, rise up and hit jumpers.
Yeah, he does, and he got it in rhythm and got a nice little handoff there from Vucek and just went straight up and squared himself off to the basket. Good release, and of course the result is a three-point shot. Olympiacos is just really shooting the ball so much better than Avelino. I mean, you're looking at that at the end of the three quarters, Olympiacos shooting 71% twos, not that great, 33% on the threes, but Avelino only 18% from three-point range.
They called a palming violation there on Nardi. Hard to see from that angle. In any event, his second turnover since entering the game, and his team down 36, coming up on a minute gone in the fourth. Here's Vucic, who's been a little quiet today, operating down low, and he was fouled by Cresario.
Well, they cleared the side and a little one-on-one move, which is what Vucek does well. Nice little pivot move there. Rolls off the defender, feels him, rolls off, and then goes to the hoop, but they get the call for the foul.
On the floor, so no free throw shooting here as Vasilopoulos gives it back to Greer. Trying to make Greer go to the right. Open on top, Vucic. The drive, blocked by Cresario. It will remain Olympiacos ball with 12 on the shot clock.
Yeah, we see the block there, the good block, the little body contact, I thought, on the first step of the drive, and Vucek wanting the call, didn't get it. But a nice recover by the defender.
Pelicanos misses the three off the inbound. Nardi pushes to Chris Warren. Radulovic back out for Cresario. Now quickly on the baseline. Warren missed the left-hand shot in the lane. Still a 36-point advantage. 8.5 minutes to go. Pelicanos, the baseline drive, almost lost it, and in fact did.
Well, Olympiacos now playing very, very loose. We see there he does lose the ball, bounces the ball on the line, out of bounds. But Olympiacos playing very, very loose. They got a huge lead at 36 points here. They do anything they want offensively. They're still now playing with a little token defense. The pressure's come off a little bit, but it's like a practice right now. They just doing anything they want to do.
A good little two-man game this time for Avelino, as a foul inside. Cresario will have two free throws.
Yeah, we see the nice screen and roll. Not particularly good defense there by Olympiacos, but they're up by 36. It doesn't. So the intensity is now starting to loosen up a little bit. Again, this game for them now becomes like a practice for them. They're just loose. They pass here. They go here. The intensity on the defensive end is loosened up a little bit.
Lynn Greer guarded by Mike Nardi. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Vucic in that battle with Cresario, spinning to the baseline, then back to the middle. A wild shot thrown up, but he was fouled. Cresario will pick up the personal.
Yeah, not a great foul to be picking up here. You know, he spins here, comes back. Vucic, he's not going anywhere. He's going away from the basket. You don't foul him on that kind of a play. But give Vucic credit. He's a very smart player. He does. He is overpowering Cresario right now, but I would like, if I was Cresario, to make him make the shot. Again, he's going away from the basket. Send him to the foul line. Easy two.
Vucic converts both. Back to a 36-point advantage. Match is the largest of the game. Coming up on 7.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Warren across for Nardi. Catch and shoot. Hits the three. His first basket.
I think that's his first basket or first score this year.
In Euroleague, it sure is. It's in his fourth appearance. Only playing about 4.5 minutes a game in those prior three appearances. He'll probably get more of a run here this evening. Greer draws two defenders. Now it's Vucic. Bank shot won't go. Vucic has it back, goes to the reverse side and puts it in.
And Olympiacos right now is just dominating Avelino. I mean, that 2-3 shots attempts, they're doing anything they want to do.
Baseline drive by Warren as he draws the foul.
You know, give Warren credit. He continues to go to the basket. He continues to be aggressive on the offensive end. He goes here, almost gets blocked, but he does get it up on the glass, and it gets to go. He's going to go to the foul line. You know, he's got a lot of heart. He has not given up, even though the game really appears to be out of hand at 36 points or so deficit.
80-48, Olympiacos dominating, turning a 4-point lead to start the second quarter into a runaway. Printizis fouled out front. Nikola Radulovic.
Yeah, Radulovic does not move his feet, reaches here. We're going to see the fake and a quick move there by Printizis.
Non-shooting foul and the third on Avelino, so not to the bonus yet. Under 6.5 to go. Vucic getting a lot of touches here late. His time at the high post. 8 on the shot clock. Teodosic. Vucic on top from 17. And a rebound, Chris Warren quickly up ahead for Mike Nardi. Nardi in transition, fouled by Pelicanos. Nardi
pushing it. The reach, the foul. You get the feeling that Pelicanos is what really just reached in to stop the play, forcing Avelino to take the ball out. The defense now gets set. Smart foul by Pelicanos.
Under 6 to play. Warren forcing inside, and Cresario hammers it down in traffic.
Yeah, nice pick and roll that time. Good hands there by Cresario. Olympiacos a little slow coming from on the rotation from the weak side to pick him up.
Vucic enters down low for Printizis, who had position on Radulovic, who picks up his third foul. And a fourth on the team. Non-shooting foul and not quite to the bonus.
Look at the position. Look where he gets it. Right there, a foot away from the basket. The defender is beat as soon as he catches the ball.
Down low, Vucic. Little jump hook on the baseline. Vucic starting to get his numbers here.
Well, he doesn't put up numbers like he used to.
Nope.
But he's still very effective in down low, especially when he gets on the isolation, you know, one-on-one.
Nardi the drive. He'll have a chance for a three-point play.
See the burst of speed and the drive to the basket, the foul, the reach there. There's the little hook there by Vucic. Finally made a basket. Having a good time.
Absolutely. Mike Nardi. Basically a 4-year player at Villanova as they went on a great run to the Elite Eight with that 4-guard lineup. Randy Foye, the most celebrated of that group, now playing in the NBA. Alan Ray as well.
Now, Alan Ray, though, now plays
in Euroleague.
In Euroleague, right?
Absolutely. We've had him a couple times.
Right. That was an outstanding Villanova team. They have not had one, I don't think, since. Well, it's not been that long ago, about 3 or 4 years ago.
And Teodosic converting at the line. 83-53, still a 30-point bulge. Topped out at 36 points. Now at the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Tamar Slay trying to break it down. This just inside the arc, and a rebound, Printizis. Teodosic into the lane.
Boy, he could have laid that ball up there.
Sure could have. Instead, they'll run a little bit of clock. Inside Printizis, blocked from behind by the hustling Tamar Slay. Avelino in transition here. Crisariol is fouled by Vasilopoulos, so a little bit of a flurry here for Avelino.
We're going to take a look at the block. Great block, great defensive play by Slay, and then that really gets everything started and the transition game on the other end. But it all started with the block of the defense.
Crisariol, long after this game has been decided, has played pretty well down low here in the fourth quarter.
The crowd enjoying this one, sitting back and relaxing. This game is pretty much in hand. They sense it.
They aren't all this easy.
Reach in by Casario. Casario a little frustrated. Not been a good night for him.
Zoran Urseg at the free throw line. The 23-year-old Serbian. As Olympiacos is going to comfortably move their record to 5-1. I think we can safely say that. In what has become a battle between they and Cibona atop Group A.
Well, Olympiacos has a very talented and deep roster, and they really have shown that today. They have had a lot of contributions from a number of players.
That ball off the foot of Olympiacos, 7 on the shot clock.
And coming in, you know, to this season, you look at what they did over the summer, and you think about the chemistry and coming together as a team, and obviously they're starting to do that. And my guess is that as the season goes along, that this team is going to get better and better. They've got, I guess, just too much talent for them. You know, they should be a favorite in my mind to get to Berlin for that Final Four.
Absolutely. Looking for that breakthrough. As you mentioned, a 3 straight quarterfinal appearance without that breakthrough to the Final Four. And well, they've certainly gone out and gotten guys that they feel can make that breakthrough for them.
You know, and we tend to talk about their offense because they've got a lot of offensive players. But I think this team is a real good defensive team. They put a lot of pressure on you. It's come off a little bit here in the fourth quarter, but early on in the ball game, that defense really started a number of the offensive transition games that they've been able to get, and they're a very good defensive team. And you know, that's a mark of champions if you can make stops on the defensive end.
Mike Nardi inside, using the body well to score. He's got 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he sneaks in there coming from the weak side under the basket along the baseline. Really a defensive lapse that time by Teodosic. But then again, this game is well in hand, under control.
Printizis working on the low block, 4 on the shot clock. Vasilopoulos has it poked away by Slay, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Well, they may be down 88-59, but a pretty good defensive set that time for Air Avelino.
Yeah, you got to give them. Let's give them credit because they did play defense that time. Good defensive stop.
Just over 2 minutes to go. Warren, number 2 scorer in Euroleague, gave it up. Crisariol, good defense that time by Zoran Urseg. Printizis finds Urseg inside. Nice fake and draws the foul on Tamar Slay.
And Urseg runs the floor well. You know, he's showing me a little something out here. He gets himself in position, gets the defender off his feet, but he hustled down on the offensive end at 6'10", 6'11". Nice reserve big, averaging 6 points in roughly about 14 minutes of action this year. He's 23 years old. He's got some range, shooting the ball, stepping outside, can go inside, some versatility. It's a nice reserve to have coming off the bench.
And he converts from the line, pressing that lead. Back up to 30, under 2 minutes to go. Baseline Cresario back out for Nardi on the drive. Splits the defense and sets up Warren for three. And then nearly steals it and does. Gets it off to Cresario down low, who's fouled from Pelicanos.
Well, if you're Avelino, you like to see that kind of hustle and that kind of play. And, Nardi does a nice job of getting into the basket, penetrating, and then the kick out. Now, once you kick the ball out, you got to be able to knock down threes. Avelino has not been able to make any threes today. They have been awful. So, if you're not shooting the threes, when you're able to penetrate, you're going to have a long night. You're going to be in trouble, and that's what happened. And Baby Shaq is dancing already.
Absolutely. It's been a breeze for Olympiacos today. Baby Shaq, Sophocles Shortsinidis with a very productive handful of minutes, and it would appear his night is over. We have another foul. Shortsinidis with 8 points and 3 rebounds on the night in only 13 minutes. Good balance today for Olympiacos. No huge numbers from anybody.
Well, they've got, like you said, they've had great balance, and they've had, I think 5 players in double figures. It's been a real team victory, a game in which it's been easy. They've played good defense. They've concentrated. They've had good focus, and they've just dominated this game really right from the beginning, but really broke it open, I thought, late in that second quarter, and then, of course, expanded in the third and fourth.
Nice drive from Slay, who lays it in with the left.
We take another look there. Nice left-handed, a little English off the glass.
$89-62, a little Avelino flurry. Printizis scoring inside to get Olympiacos up over 90. Now inside 1 minute to go.
And that has happened all evening. Olympiacos, the bigs, getting position underneath the basket, getting the pass, and then just laying the ball up or going to the foul line. But they've really dominated in that low post position of getting the ball down low.
Mike Nardi back at the free throw line.
Olympiacos won this first time these two met, 83-69, but they have really, that was on the road, of course, and this game is they've just blown it open.
They sure are. Printizis had it knocked away. It will stay with Olympiacos.
We'll take another look. There's the reach. Fortunate didn't get a foul call.
Yeah. Printizis. Now it's Vasilopoulos. Printizis down low, off the fake, stripped away. It's going to stay with Olympiacos. Just 4 on the shot clock.
Take another look. The nice interior pass. I like the way that the Olympiacos has shared the basketball. The team, they've really played good team basketball and shared the basketball. Everybody's got into the act.
Long pass out. And Slay dunks it home. Crowd a few whistles there for the basket hanging that led to that. But nonetheless, final seconds in Piraeus. Peace and Friendship Stadium. And the fans of the Reds seeing an impressive performance and a very easy victory, 91-66 over Air Avelino.